All right? All right? If you hear my voice, then you're part of the revolution. This is Palmetto Star, the host of Too Raw for TV and the head organizer of the Claim Malcolm X Day movement. Now, I know you guys are going to see a lot of video about what just happened. We just had a standoff with the police about standing on the American flag. It was crazy. You guys are going to see all that video. But we're still here in the spirit of Malcolm by any means necessary, honoring him and his spirit, because this is his birthday, this is his day. And we are not asking permission to claim Malcolm X Day. You know, we're not asking permission to take a day for our progressive leaders. We're just going to claim it. So we have some very good speakers here, very good artists. So you guys definitely want to be here with us. We're taking some video. I want to give a big time shout out to everybody that's been part of the movement. You know, Atiba, Empress, you know, everybody that's been here since day one, rocking out Music G, doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Tupac, Ashe, 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 Biggie, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Francis Cress Wilson, yeah, Francis Cress Wilson. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Martin Luther King, Ashe, Ashe.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. Angela Davis, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. What were you saying, sister? Felix Pele, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, look. Refill. The ancestors still thirsty, so we got to refill them. Who else? Who else? Afeni Shakur, yes. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Imhotep, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Anubis, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Fight Dog. Fight Dog.
Oh no, Fight Dog, Ashe, Ashe,
Unnamed on the
Ashe.
slave ship. The unnamed on the slave, the unnameable on the slave ship.
This is what I'm gonna say to all ancestors, known and unknown, in the future and in the past. We honor you. Claim Malcolm X Day. We're here for you.
And all names that have been said are all names that you can call on.
Yes.
Right? Because we're programmed to look outside of ourselves for power.
Absolutely.
We're programmed to always see somebody else for power, something that's not tangible, some boogeyman in the sky, somebody you've never seen, that's never said anything to you, they've never walked into your life. Talk to the people that are tangible in your life. Talk to the ancestors that you know. Talk to the ancestors that you can speak to somebody and they tell you about. Talk to the ancestors that you can read about. That's tangible. That's somebody that you know is here, that you know has power, and that you know you can communicate with. Stop trying to reach for power that's not there. Stop trying to look outside yourself to get strength. All the strength that you need is flowing through your veins. So all the names that we said are names that we can call, and call on them like you know them, because they know you. They know you. And that's where you gain your power, and that's where you gain your strength.
Absolutely. Ashe. Definitely. Definitely.
Peace. I love y'all.
All right. Peace, sister. Peace, sister. So, we're gonna have you ready, DJ? All right. We're gonna break it down with the music for a second. We're gonna come back with some spoken word. Then my man V-Knock is gonna go up. We got Anu out here, brother Anu, Dr. Anu. Hey, what's going on, brother? Look at that. His beard looks so good, man. Y'all gotta. I'm trying to be like you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna do all that. Claim Malcolm X Day by any means necessary. We were kicked off our first site, but that doesn't stop nothing. Still going by any means necessary. So without further ado, DJ Nervex is on the ones and twos. Enjoy.
This is what the Steam team calls a black thing.
Dreadlocks, a cameo.
Anybody know how to give me a beat?
I'll do that.
I know, that's our culture right there. We can do a beat with the feet. Okay, let's see.
Do the chord.
Well, it's the beat not put
I know, right?
Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a twirl. I come in peace. I'm throwing up the deuces. Life is too short. No time for excuses. Hold your head up high. We don't die. Like energy, we multiply. My people, we original. Something beautiful, so spiritual. It's official. Your mental is vital and essential. Use your innate potential. Eat this instrumental. Words stick to your bones like heavy lentil beans. Cornbread and collard greens. My brother, my sister, my father, my mother. Life already hard while we on separate teams. We won't rise if we destroy one another. My sister, we walking around mentally dead. You're more than what's between your legs. Use your head. Know your value and your worth. Because you are Mother Earth. Lost tricks get dishonored and disrespected. Because they're confused, abused, and neglected. Awaken your mentality. Don't be afraid to create your own reality. Love who you are. You are your own star. It's time to shine. Don't you feel divine? Take off the blindfold. Our story must be told. The blind will see it. The deaf will hear it. The strong feeling you feel inside, that's your spirit. R-O-Y-A-L-T-Y. Always show greatness, or at least my people try.
Hey.
Thank you. We have any children out here?
Right here.
Okay, I did a cheer for the children. Okay, now I can do this with my feet. It goes like this. I want everybody to do this beat right here.
All right.
Oh. Okay. Don't let them kill your spirit. 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 Can everybody come along with me? Kai is actually means spirit. So don't let them kill your spirit. And we have to let our children know, don't let nobody kill your spirit. If you hate me, you hate yourself. And that's that's actually the words. That's all it is. If you hate me, you hate yourself. 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 Tell the haters to be quiet. 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 Don't let them kill your spirit. 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 And then the children can break it down in the middle. Be like, get it. Go, 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 get it. Like, no, not today, not today. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Now, I want to introduce a brother that actually I met last Claim Malcolm X Day. You know what I'm saying? Last, you know, we marched out to the Sillies and he was eating out there. Didn't know he was an artist, but soon found that out. Phenomenal artist, does his thing, major out there. So without any further ado, I want to introduce V-Knock.
Beautiful black people, how you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Give me a second while I get the DJ straight with my music. That cool? All right, cool.
You got it, black man. Wait for you.
Give it up one more time for the sister just left the stage. Have me back in step practice for a second. Ain't nothing wrong with exercise though, you know what I mean? We gotta take care of ourselves from the inside out, right? You know, 'cause these folks trying to kill us all kind of ways, right? So we gotta fight, you know, we gotta fight them with our wisdom, you know what I mean, to make sure we take care of each other and ourselves, right?
We gotta keep on making more babies.
All right.
That's nation building. 30 kids.
I thought you had to do something. All right, like Brother Palmetto said, I go by the name V-Knock. Okay, that's V-N-O-K. There's versatile noises of knowledge. Is that cool? So we're gonna rock with y'all real quick, man. For these folks try to come get us out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let me start you off with this. I swear I still feel the shackles in, hear the whips crackling, all across my back and then whips on my blackened skin. Gotta ask the master when I can take a break and then escape it. When I make it, they can't trace it, must come back again. Save all of my captive kin. Don't forget my captured friends. The burden I will carry it. Call me Tubman Harriet. Couldn't even horse and carriage it. Miles covered on foot. Now all you have to do for freedom, get past covers of books. But most of us are crooks. I swear we're robbing ourselves. Chances for advances, took our jobs and our wealth. But we starve with bad health, because we refuse to use resources that were provided by ancestors' paid dues. Oppressing they stayed bruised from investments and made moves, so you can learn lessons and question today's rules. You forget it and they lose the ground they gained while they were living. They grab hold of our progress, and I swear they grip a slip. Y'all understand me? All right, cool. Let's see if y'all keep understanding me. Let's do it. Right up. I need room, animate. You know what I'm saying? I can't be confined. You know what I mean? We black folks, right? Let's go. No one tried to understand me. I said no one tried to understand me. I said no one tried to understand me. Say understand me. Say understand me. Okay, wait a sec, let's pay respect. First of all, rest in peace to Felipe Win. Don't know his group, would know this truth. Best believe both them and the DJ spin. Now as the world turn also, cold one, but it burn also. C-L-E-A-N is not what I got. Thoughts for these unlawful lawmakers. See what the hell he say these. Now who gonna be fair? Who gonna be supple with the cash? Just a little? Well, who even cares? What about the upper in the class? Upper middle? So I regroup, changing up the approach, trying to stay in the loop, saying I need a rope. They turn it into the new, strangling any hope. I need to learn the truth. They don't want me to know. Now who gonna teach me? Who gonna show me what I need to see? Not at all. Well, who gonna reach me? Who gonna get me where I need to be? See, you got it all. Well, you seem to have everything, unless in the criteria we consider us conscious, cause you're not hearing us. Ain't a sign of one yet, cause you gotta fear us. It ain't complex, you just don't wanna understand. Yeah, and act like they don't understand who I am. Yeah, and act like they don't understand who I be. Yeah, always try to come and take what they want. Yeah, well I'ma have to go and take what I need. Living off the land you took and just gave a new look. Then denied like no, no. Lobby for a better school look. You say check the rule book. Then recite it like no, no. Bottom feeding in the food desert. You can do better, but just give us extra help and say that no, no. The problems you cause it for profit. It costs you to solve it. I already know. No, so I kick in the dough. You done made a man make demands with no manners. Tell them get down on the flow. Yeah, I put a little flip to that David Banner. Then let a warning shot go. Marissa Alexander. Stay your ground, stand up. Go and hit your boys on their walkers and their scandals. Tell them that this meeting wasn't even on your plan. Damn. Now bring it down to more of a whisper and make this recording more interesting. There's no ignoring the ignorance. Spending money we don't have on the stuff we can't afford. Them expensive brands. Marketed by every Jordan and Jigga Man. Put us in a poorer predicament. So this song for little girls and little boys that be listening. To change course, make a difference if they understand. Yeah. But first they gotta understand where they are. Yeah. And then they can understand what they see. Yeah. So when they try to come and take what they want, yeah. To protect and let them know you cry, sweat, and bleed. Yeah. But first you gotta understand where you from. Yeah. And then you can understand where you be. Yeah. That's how they try to come and take what they want. Yeah. Make sure they give you way more than what you need. Yeah. Again, I go by the name V-Knock. That's V-N-O-K. V-N-O-K. Real quick. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. As you can see, we got hated on trying to get it popping off and know the souls. You know what I mean? Brothers here was trying to, exercise their rights. And because it wasn't a message that, you know, the establishment wanted to allow, we got moved out here to the park. But you know, we can be moved, but we can't be stopped, right? Because we got to keep working, right? And we got to make sure everything working. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Okay. I'm Vietnam, man. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So that's how the beat sound like this. Y'all already know it. All right. Okay. On B-N. Okay, today I wake up and everything fully functional. Starting with my alarm, making sure I am punctual. Breakfast came from a farm. Going munching on Lunchables, protecting myself from harm. Starting under my underclothes. When I make better nutrition, I have better days. Then I make better decisions, I have better ways. Had to let go of religion for some better praise. This results when I persisted and not led astray. When I do me, I'm never fake. Honesty is my element. When a bunch of sheep up in the room, I don't mind being that elephant. And it's necessary, I shape shit to the Lion King, no hesitant. You struggling, you sick and tired, you catch a break, it's like medicine. Get to work. Everything working. Everything working. My moves and my flair, everything working. Her shoes to her hair, everything work. I said, everything working. Everything working. Everything working. Ain't nothing unemployed. Everything working, man. The baby work for toys. When things ain't working, I'm annoyed. Cause I hate it when them things unemployed. Obstacles I couldn't avoid got destroyed. Cause my brain always working, Dr. Freud. I said my brain always working, tell me why. Do you know that? Caught in this machine, trying not to be a robot. Consciousness will separate a transformer and go by. Decepticons when it's time to organize a robot. Can't take no me time and a half. I just turned up double time in the lab. Have no interest dying in the trap, but the grind in the lab, but the grind in the rap. Up to the one more eye to the staff. Working 25 days with a 5 in the nap. No progress in time and less. Like Biggie, time to relax. So I feel this work. Everything work. Everything working. My moves and my flair. Everything working. Her shoes to her head. Everything working. I said everything working. Everything working. It working. Everything working. Ain't nothing unemployed. Everything working, man. The baby working towards. When everything working, she ain't got a cell rock. When everything working, he ain't got a cell block. When everything working, they don't get a shell shot. When everything really working, we can tip the bell hot. When everything working, they be on what you be on. When everything working, you don't need a student loan. When everything working, whatever the problem, when everything really working together, we solve them. It's working, everything working. So black folks, come on. It's working, everything working. Ain't nothing unemployed. Everything working, man. The baby work for toys. Okay. Appreciate y'all. That was my first time performing their record. Yeah. Thanks, appreciate it. I'm gonna do this next one a cappella primarily because I don't have a beat for it yet. Is that cool? All right. But y'all gonna help me because I got all I need when I got my people, right? That's all good. This message is very important to me. I feel like, you know, following these principles that Brother Malcolm did, he was inspired by Marcus Garvey. When you talk about black unification, we got to unify our dollars and be deliberate with how we spend them, right? You know, your dollars is a compensation you get for your labor. So we ain't out here working for free, we ain't out here working for nothing, right? So we got to work to build with each other, right? All right, so this record is called Make Dollars Make Sense. You got me? Make dollars make sense. And the chorus is gonna go like this. When I say, you gotta make my dollars make, you say good common sense. So it's gonna be, gotta make my dollars make good common sense. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. Great. Come on. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, listen to me. Say I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk.
All right.
I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though.
All right.
Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man. Common sense. Come on, black folks. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. Let me run it back. Come on, we gotta do it. Come on. Say I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk. I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though. Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. Got information, my friend who be Jason. Jason happens to be Asian. We often cover many topics of conversation, but this is a special occasion. Told him I traveled down to my niece's graduation to give her congratulations after what she wanted Asian local buffet, and first thing they gave us some frustration. Party about 7 or 8 and got no greetings or salutation. The waitress for us had no patience and like we were just in her way and our customers paying. Yes, we accustomed to hatred. It's like to love us, they forsake it. Watch all the media bait it. The image they even will take it to make up a reason to fake it. I need explanation. Indeed, that's when Jason said, face it, it comes from your people now working together. If you gotta give us your money, you give us the power to treat you however. The truth is we'll hurry up and lie to get you to hurry up and buy. The truth that'll hurt and make you cry, but this gave me purpose to decide that I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk.
All right.
I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though. Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. Come on, run it back. Say I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk. I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though. Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man.
Good common sense.
I got a partner named Paco. He and his papa push tacos. I cop the nachos. They charge you extra for guaco, cause they know that means that's the guapo. They bank a lot though, and without playing the lotto, they lead the community follows. Yeah, they like chicken and waffles, but they won't hit Roscoe's before they go patronize Paco. Not even Pancho. Way before they hit McDonald's and let a chain trump them like Donald. They ignore Ronald, treat even friends like an uncle, support even out the way commutes. That's restaurantal, construction, and other good hustles. The focus on they folks is frontal. Just as they fundamentals, yeah, they see the big picture and on it they visions, they tunnel. See me and Paco get along, he might even sing the song, and I don't see nothing wrong. His goals ain't evil. But he said, listen to me, Vino, K, you my amigo, man. Say you my amigo, but these are my people. I say comprendo, then I bala. Cause I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk. I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though. Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man. One more time, baby. Come on, y'all. Say I'm gonna take a lot of money, spend it on some good black folk. I can make a lot of excuses not to do it, but I'm not though. Can't invest in those that don't invest in me. Gotta make my dollars, man. Good common sense. I love y'all, black folk. I love y'all. Love y'all. I love y'all. Hey, love y'all. I got a couple more situations, couple more cuts. This is for ladies in particular, you know, because I'm a male, I'm a heterosexual male. I got to write poetry about you. Okay? So it's all good. You know, I didn't want to leave that out of this situation. All right. We celebrating the way y'all walk. Love y'all, love my sisters, and sometimes just simple as the way you walk. It's called showboat. Some of y'all walk, some of y'all float. Out of it. Yeah. Okay. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch the baby showboat. Watch her move like water. She move. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch the baby showboat. Watch her move. Water. She move like water. Yeah. Ooh. I wonder where the hell she thinks she going. Coming in with that confidence, she up a compliment. and I am owing. And common sense I am showing. I know beauty when I see it, pay the show. When they piece it, when she sells, they get feasted. Please believe it, if I done told y'all she walks on water. To the point I gotta make that phone call and have a talk with a father. Let him know I don't see part of the son until I saw his daughter. If they see it's full of fish, but most don't have no fins like this. And so I have to grin like this. Damn this clap, give her ovation. Cause she's swinging and swinging those devices for natural flotation. Now what is you saying? She ain't bad, use another lie. She's smooth and fresh, that's butterfly. Wonder why? Cause she don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch my baby show go. Watch her move. Ladies, I can sing that if you want to. You know, okay, it's all good. You participate, let's go. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch my baby show go. Watch her move. Water, she moves. Hey. I wonder which direction she floats. If it ain't toward my side of the room, she to redirect in this ocean. Cause she ain't felt my kind of broom, I sweep her up with this potion. Then Billy, she be knee deep in emotion. That paradoxical combination, provocative yet tasteful. Stirs up a lot of them conversations of how her march is so graceful. And very possible contemplation on how these dudes are so wasteful. This game ain't probably no overtime, so on regulation I'ma go for mine. She knows she fine. She knows she on her thing. She found who she is, and she cool with who she ain't. And I wish I knew her name, but I like to call her Hope. Cause money talk, BS walk, but she ain't that, cause she don't walk, she float. Yeah, the way she moving made me wanna say. The way she do it made me wanna say. The way she moving made me wanna say. The way she do it made me wanna say. Come on, she don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch my baby show go. Watch her move. Water, she moves. Water, she don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. She don't walk, she floats. Now watch the baby show go. Watch her move. Water, she moves. Water, yeah, she moving made me wanna say. The way she do it made me wanna say. The way she moving made me wanna say. Queen, the way you do it made me wanna say. Yeah, exactly. Said she don't walk, she float. Yeah, she don't walk, she float. Again, I'm B-dashing, okay. B-knock. Say that, man. Give it up for this dope DJ right here, man. Awesome, man, awesome. All right. Okay, I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here, man. The spirit. Let's say, when I say CM, y'all say XD. CM. CM. All right. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. They'll hang us up like wall pictures. Ain't make it up, look at all the pictures. How they celebrated like bar mitzvahs. Anytime Willie and his boys lynch us. Super Bowl 49 wasn't the only time that this country Marshawn lynched us. We always carry the load to the end of the road and in the coach strong arm benches. But all these players want warm benches. Some get to trap in them darn trenches. That is, to the fingers on the hand, on the wrist, that's attached to the law's long arm pinches. They feed you Jim Crow, you starving, you give them Martin, yet you want a different outcome. Make them eat Jim Crow, give them Marcus, God. They still tripping, I'm gonna give them Malcolm. That's how come I'm a S-O-U-T-H-E-R-N. I'm sorry. Hey, we good. I blacked out real quick, I'm sorry. Hey, I love y'all. Thanks, man, folks. Thanks. Again, I go by the name V-Knock. Hey. V-NOK. Go to my website right now on your phone if you can, and there's V-NOK. But I'll link up with y'all before I leave. All right? Yeah. Appreciate you, Palmetto.
No doubt. Give it up one more time for V-Knock. Yep. I'm about to bust the freestyle. Cmxd, what you doing? Hey, police try to stop, but we keep moving. Hey, we keep moving. Hey, glad everybody came out here. You know what I'm saying? Police can't shut this down, man. Nobody can shut us down by any means necessary. We will celebrate the spirit of Malcolm. Cmxd. This is the second annual Claim Malcolm X Day. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it big, doing it major. I just want to say cupcakes are out there, but they are $3, y'all. It's not free. $3. Support black business. Support black business. All right. Now, without further ado, I do want to get a brother out here that I know. The brother, the doctor, a good doctor. I'm going to let the sister introduce him. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely need to holler about this brother. He is about reappropriation. That means going back to Africa, getting back our land, getting back our goods. So, sister's gonna introduce him. But there you go. Yep.
Aramu, everybody. We greet with love in the Anuelish language of the sun. And I'm here to introduce Dr. Anu Heru Negus from the mighty Nubian nation. I am Queen Goddess Anuket, and I'm Dr. Anu's assistant and admin on the nation. And I just want to read this introduction about the good doctor, who is what Dr. Anu is known as, from Prince Messiah Aguze from Ghana, Africa. And this is in correlation with what Dr. Anu is going to be speaking on once he comes to the mic. And so I just want to present this to everyone that's listening. It states, I am Prince Messiah Aguze, royalty of the mighty old Eligabo Ewe nation of the New Moors, who ruled over from Southwest, Northwest, Central America, which later became South and West Africa. We are more than 80 million strong, ancient Anubian Moorish people divided into British and French colonies, which led to the collapse of our great empire, which existed from the days of Kimi, which is also known as Kemet. On behalf of my royal family, we would like to acknowledge the Honorable Good Dr. Anu Heru Negus, who has been chosen by Ra to go through his initiation in the house or the temple of Ra, also to learn all the principles of Ifa and Eli, to restore all the sacred ancient temples before being crowned His Majesty King Aguze, aka the Good Doctor. And he has traced his roots back to West Africa of the Ivory Coast in the city of Anu, or the Anu people. Therefore, his rich Nubian bloodline was spoken of by our own Eligabo Ewe community oracle, who stated that a son of the land will rise and find their lost ancient families, which will bring about real prophecy, and that prophecy is that we are the mighty Nubian nation worldwide. Furthermore, stand proud and loyal to your king and kingdom. I am the royal Prince Messiah Aguze of the mighty Nubian nation, Lache, which means blessings always. And he is just introducing Dr. Anu. He will be crowned king in the country of Ghana, Africa. And this is what came from Prince Messiah, who also believes in Dr. Anu. And I will present him to you now, so you can hear all that he has to say to our people.
Thank you. Halo, that means give thanks. Aramu. I just want to say thank you for being here and your support, for supporting this cause to claim Malcolm X as a national holiday, supporting Brother Palmetto and all of his efforts and works and everything he's doing. Based on the introduction, you kind of got a little bit of feel of what I'm doing and who I am. And I just want to get straight to it, straight to the point, and hopefully to enlighten you and encourage you and build up your spirits of who we are as, I don't like to use the word African, the original term Anubian, which means the source made us melanated. So it's very significant that we understand or understand the name Anubian. It means that we come directly from the source. Now I'm going to briefly give you the history of the ancient Anu. The ancient Anu people. Very, very, very ancient people. Very, very ancient civilization. it traces back from the beginning of time, but I'm going to start this journey roughly around 14,000 years ago. 14,000 years ago. In the ancient lost continent of Mu. The ancient lost continent of Mu. This was located in the far east of Asia, which was one of our original motherlands, just like Africa. The Anu people, who was known as the Amu Awu, in our ancient sacred language of the Anu Melish, the original Nubian language, meant the greens because we represent the earth. After the last glacial period, which was the last ice age, the last continent began to sink. So we was forced to migrate west from the Far East. When we did that, because we had such a grand civilization that influenced the world, we began to develop and establish civilizations in the Far East. We established Shina, the original language for China. We created the Shang dynasty. After Ra told us to leave Shina and go west into the Indus Valley, we established a mighty empire in India, which was called Anu. These are facts. From there, we migrated to the Middle East, into called the Fertile Crescent, between the two rivers of the Tigris and the Euphrates. And we developed civilizations like Sumer, Chaldea, Assyria, Babylon. This is your ancient biblical of locations. And the Bible talks about a man named Abraham, which is not his original name, because Hebrew is not our original language. In our original language, his name is Avu Dame. He was Nubian. And this takes place way before biblical times. We migrated from the Middle East into Palestine. We had a Nubian kingdom state there. We had Nubian kingdoms and empires even as far as Mexico. We developed civilization up and down the Nile River. From Rwanda all the way down to the south in Congo, all the way up the rivers, we established Kush and Nubia. Also, the youngest, Kimi. The founder of Kimi, who is now we know as Kemet, was a king named Tuta Kimi. Tuta Kimi from Nubia. And his name means those who sit on the top of the mountain, who are earth people. That's who established Kemet. From there, we migrated south. We became the Bantu and the Zulu nation. As we migrated up west of Africa, we are the Ewe. Ewe is spelled Y-E-W-E-H. Does that sound familiar? This is how it was introduced in the Bible to the God Yahweh. Was the name of our original tribe, the Yahweh nation. Yah, or Yi, which is Y-E, in our language is translates to the sun, day or daylight, just like in Kemet, Ra. Wei is translated house or home of the sun, the temple of Ra. That's who we are. And it's talking about metaphysically in your body. You are the temple of Ra. Ashe. Which is called the Society of Jesus, or the Tribe of Jesus. False teachers. They began to exploit. They went on a campaign to dismantle our languages. That's how the deception came. By perverting our languages, Hebrew was derived from our original Nubian language. So it's not an original language. They tampered with it. So they falsely translated our holy scriptures and put their faces on top of it so it gets us to pray to their ancestors instead of ours. So we did not know that we are Yahweh himself.
Come on, give it to him.
So the word Yahweh, they took out the Y and the H and left it E-W-E, which is Elway, but they pronounced you like a sheep, symbolic for the nine-ether Nubian curly woolly hair. That's why the Lord is your shepherd. That's why that rod and that staff come with you. He was Nubian.
Educators.
So, you know, King James, right? King James translation of the Bible, 1611 AD. You know that the letter J did not exist until the year 1600 AD. The Jesuits added the letter into the alphabet on purpose. Because the Elway, or they pronounce it U, they put a J in front of it. Now you get Jew. Jew. Which is not Caucasian. Didn't look like Socrates or a Roman emperor with a robe on. Elway comes from the word Ave, which means forest, sacred forest, or the Garden of Eden, like Eve. Spell it Eve. E-V-E, or Elway. The mother of us all. They lied and say that we only have a masculine God, a male God. They lied. Don't you come from a woman?
Come on. Give it to him.
I studied the ancient sacred languages. The term for God is Mawu. Mawu. And it's a woman. But it's not translated into goddess. It doesn't exist. The word goddess does not exist. It's just God. She is an advocate for Anu, or Ra, because she gave birth. We are one. And we are infinite. You know, God is androgynous. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So that's who we are. Back to the story. We became the Ewe, who migrated to Nigeria and became the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Hausa. Been in Togo, the Fan, all up throughout Africa. Our great civilization or empire, as we know, was dismantled by the French and the British kingdoms and divided us up. They brought in diseases to kill us all, and then the unthinkable happened. We were taken captive from our ancestral land and brought over into America and the Caribbean. I can speak for my own family and what I researched. That we descended from the Ewe tribe in Togo and Benin to migrate to Ghana. And I can picture my ancestors being taken, picture him fishing or trying to feed his family. Then he was taken all the way to Fairfax, Virginia, and sold to the slave plantation of the Boxley family, where we were oppressed there for 400 years. And he was given a new name, of course, Boxley, and we married and became Stewart. Researching my ancestral name back to Aguza, A-G-U, which can translate to Anu, the source, and Ja, meaning raw set, or the rising of the sun. So I know that's who I am. You two have a history. You two are special. And you have a right to give in certain rights. So the first part of the solution is that we must declare ourselves a nation. Because after we was enslaved for 400 years, we was emancipated, so-called freedom. But we did something that was very, very, very illegal. We made a mistake. They did not give us the right to determine ourselves our own nationality. They just gave us a name, which is illegal. I said that. Not just in the United States, but also in the United Nations. So we must declare our nationality. Not just any tribe or any people, but the original people or tribe, because it connects all of the diaspora of Nubians to one single nation. The second part of our solution is to repatriate. Repatriate, which means to send back a captive people to their ancestral land with human rights, self-determination, and repayment in their land. In this land we have today. Me and my administration has worked very, very hard talking to chiefs in West Africa to provide such land. And I approve of it. So, Anuket, the letter. I wrote in a letter to the Kingdom of God in Ghana, to a very significant chief, Nai Osabo, and he finally wrote me a letter. And she's going to get it right now. We had it out, but I guess something happened. And I want to read this letter because it's so significant. It ties into everything that I'm saying, and it brings forth confirmation to what I'm saying tonight. And it gives significance of why we should repatriate. We should learn about our ancestors and our culture, and learn our original language. Here it is. Naya Sabu Akwe Afoli Tibo I of God Kingdom in Ghana. Thank you very much, Negus, for committing yourselves to the restoration of the Axum Empire. Axum was an Ethiopian empire. It is very true that the God tribe from which I pertain after migration from Israel, we came through Egypt into Axum over centuries of time. We are all Nubians. There was a great God, king, called Ai Kushi. We are from Kush. The Nubian tribes are many and dispersed across Africa, Zion. As Nubian, and by virtue of my position as a traditional ruler, I support the unification of all Nubians, and I compliment you for the good cause. I welcome you back home to Zion, to Africa, and I make available a portion of land for all brothers and sisters in the diaspora, scattered abroad because of war and slave trade. It is very pathetic and emotional when I forecast and foresee the lost tribe of Israel, the Philistine Jew, coming back home to Africa, to Zion. I pledge my support to all your righteous cause. In Psalm 68, the prophecy is fulfilled. Africa is Zion. Psalms 87, I'm happy to be a part of this fulfillment of prophecy of Jah. Nai Asabu Agwe Afo Tibu the first. Always remember, I knew it's oneness. I knew it's a new mindset. A new mindset. A different way of thinking. A different way of being. It's going back to who you were originally. Going back to the source of who you are. Aramu. Lache.
appreciate you, brother, for giving us that powerful message. Very, very powerful message. I want you guys to support Black business. Go ahead and get one of those vegan, scrunchy vegan cupcakes that the lady has. Erica, my sister. Now I just want you guys to know that this is going to be a very powerful, very, very powerful thing. I want everybody, does everybody have the program that I was handing out? Does everybody have the program? Okay, well, what I'm going to do, and this doesn't need to be recorded either. The recorder does not need to be recorded either.
Really not a great deal to say. Everyone who is here because they're conscious. And everyone who has spoke, even the conversations that occurred privately, individually, are all really just restating of the same basic points. There's not much we need to know in order to liberate ourselves. So it's not very much I can contribute to the conversation. I would like to clarify a couple of things, or to extend on a couple of things that have been said initially. One, Sister Sekhmet said Sankofa. Everybody here know what Sankofa is? No? Who knows what Sankofa is? Anybody? Can you explain to us what that is? Yes. Did everybody hear what she said? Yeah. Okay, look. We're here because in our hearts, we want liberation. We want an end to oppression, injustice. I do not have to tell you. So we are serious about that. So that means we must do the necessary things. And the foremost thing, again, as Sekhmet and others said, is for us to connect to ourselves. She said culture, and absolutely, culture is the initial pathway. We have to return to our ways. And the reason we have to do that is because of what our ancestors taught from the beginning of recorded history. Know thyself. When we return to ourselves through Sankofa, going back to our ancestral ways, what we discover is ourselves. In fact, this is exactly why the Yoruba white subjugation has made every effort to separate us from our roots, because when we are connected to what we are, we're unconquerable. Now we can speculate about why, since we had all this power in ancient times, we were eventually conquered. You know, the case can be made, so if your mojo was all that, how come you bound and scraping now? I really do not have a clear idea on that, but I tell you that I believe we were not prepared for the onslaughts of white supremacy or white subjugation. We were not prepared for the kind of monstrosity, the evil, the scale of the horror, the magnitude of their just bestiality. And so we were not sufficiently prepared to defend ourselves against that. Also, it seems that we fell asleep at the door. Rather than protecting, safeguarding those things, those spiritual forces that enable us to create mathematics, build pyramids, find medicine, understand astronomy, rather than safeguard that strength, we got lazy with it, and so it diminished. In any case, that power is there for us to regain if only we look back. Now, I will conclude very, very quickly, but I want us to really understand this. I'm dead serious about liberating our people. My life has been devoted to that, though I can't claim any kind of victory, any kind of real accomplishments, because if there was anything really meaningful done, we wouldn't be having this conversation now. But I've done my best, and I'm not done doing I've done what I could do, and I have best just to achieve performing. And so what I'm focused on now is using every, Malcolm said, any means necessary to help us accomplish our liberation. And foremost in doing that is understanding the nature of our reality. Now, Is anybody familiar with the 100 monkey theory? How about morphic resonance? Okay, this is vitally practical understanding. It was found that these monkeys, a species of monkeys on an island, one monkey in fact, used a tool, I think it was a twig, in order to clean dust, sand, off a piece of fruit. And after a time, other monkeys on that island began doing the same thing. After approximately 100 monkeys on that island of this one species used a twig to clean sand off some fruit, monkeys on islands all throughout that region that were of the same species developed the same capacity. This is called morphic resonance. Now, this occurrence was somewhat uncertain. The researchers weren't quite certain that a monkey perhaps didn't migrate to another island and carry this new tool-making technology with them. And so later, other studies were done. One study was done with rats in a very clinical environment. What happened was that a maze was created underwater, and rats were forced to travel through this maze underwater. Now, the first rats who attempted to do this were very clumsy. Some of them died because it was a brand new experience, and it was quite outside of their normal behavior patterns. But eventually, rats were sent through the maze, and they got better and better and better at it. What was found was that after 2 or maybe 3 generations of doing this, and remember, the lifespan of a rat is very, very short. You know, because after a rat goes to the maze, they open its head, look at its brain, to see any new neural connections are made. So the generations of a rat lifespan is very, very short. After about 2 or 3 generations, rats who had never gone through the maze, the same species, and rats who were not even in that controlled group, they had the capacity to go through the maze not only at the same rate with the same success, but even better. This again is an instance example of morphic resonance. Now this is important for us as black people because this is true, so quantum physics has confirmed for all biological organisms. The sister was saying earlier about ritual. She was talking earlier, Second was talking earlier about ritual and saying how we should all do the same thing and that we're not doing that and how important our collective effort would be. And the fact is that science absolutely clearly demonstrates that this is the reality. That ritual is a very structured kind of behavior, of action. And that when we engage in the rituals of our ancestors, the same kind of morphic resonance response occurs throughout the world for other people when the point of critical mass is achieved. That is to say, when enough of us engage in the same ritual, most especially if we do that at the same time, then a point of critical mass is reached, whereas people throughout the world, our people, have the same response. It has to do with the DNA of energy. We can talk about that, you can look it up yourself online, but the fact is that this is established reality. And so, this is also one reason that, again, white subjugation, white oppression, separates us from our ancient ways, because they know that once we reconnect and we begin to practice the rituals of our ancestors, that we regain our force. Long story short, that's what we have to do. Also, one way that we regain our force is through cultural practices. As I see sisters, they're tied in the garb, brothers have different emblems or different insignia, or even different certain attitudes that reflect our culture. That's very, very vital. Also what we must do, as Anu was saying, it's so important to speak our own language. Because language is what programs the brain. Language has a very concrete effect on our thinking patterns. So part of our being restored to ourselves entails us learning our own language. You know, that's something that can be talked about in great detail, but the facts are established. People, the Japanese, have a very guttural language. They are very bestial people, as is true for the Germans, and of course for the English. And the Chinese have a more euphonious language, and they have a different way. The same thing is true for Native Americans or Africans. The language tells you something about the people. And it determines it, like once someone else said reciprocity. You speak the language, you have an effect because you're emanating energy, but it also has the effect on you, shaping your being. So that's one other thing we have to do to return to ourselves. Also, of course, studying our history. Also, of course, engaging in those practices, those gateways like yoga or drum or African music. Those things that connect us to our way of being. These are so very, very vital. And what's really crucial about this is that these are things that we can actually do that have real meaning. We all want to change our situation. And so often we go for how. What can I do that's meaningful? You know, we feel sometimes powerless, perhaps, hopeless. I don't know what to do. We're looking for a save. But the fact is that the means to our liberation is right within our being. Two more things I'd like to say. So we have to reconnect to our roots. And that means once we reconnect to our roots, we know that we have to be unified regardless to whom or what. Unity is our great strength, which once again, everybody knows why these devils play divide and conquer. We know that they played divide and conquer among the native so-called tribes here in this country. They pitted one native nation against another, and then once native tribe A helped them to defeat native tribe B, the native tribe A was next on the chopping block. We know they've done that. We know they do this in Africa. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the term the scramble for Africa. It was like manifest destiny or the white man's burden. It was part of the vocabulary of conquest, of subjugation. And they turned, when they had the Berlin Conference, they termed that effort the scramble for Africa. That is to everybody, all the European countries scrambling, trying to get there so they could divvy it up among themselves. Now there was a book that was written by that same title. And it showed that exactly the same formula that crackers use here in this continent, using pitting tribe against tribe. We know this, they did in Africa. Also, they used drugs, alcohol here initially, in order to disempower, to weaken the native people. They did the same thing in Africa. There are documented cases how these so-called traders went to different ethnic groups in Africa and gave the rulers, who they took to be the chiefs, morphine, addicted them to morphine deliberately, and then snatched the supply and went to negotiate. And so chiefs, they sold out their people because they had to have the drug. Okay, so my point here is that the white race has a proven history of using different techniques in order to conquer. Now, right now in Africa, throughout the world, the Middle East is one example also, we find the same kind of fratricidal conflict occurring. Exact same thing. You know that I see people have cell phones, and this camera here has computer chips and different elements in it, mineral elements in that make it function. None of these devices can function without the minerals that come from Africa. There are some minerals that can come only from the Congo, no place else in the world. And we look at the Congo, we see that the Congo is the most fratricidal, self-destructive part of Africa. It's not by accident, though today white folks tell you all of these fratricidal conflicts occurring in Africa or the Middle East or even Latin America have nothing to do with them. And I say, well, look here. When you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar enough times and something else happens, the cookie's missing, I'm looking for the mofo to cut the crumbs around his mouth, what happens to be the white man. So his denials about his involvement of what happens throughout the world today has no merit because his history shows that's what he does. Final point, or two final points. So it's not just with fratricidal wars, conflicts that he oppresses us and keeps us divided and continues to exploit us and tries to eliminate us. The thing that we have to understand, again, when we return to our roots, we know ourselves. When we know ourselves, someone else was saying how we are just part of the creation, just an extension. This is exactly why it's vital for us to know ourselves. When we know ourselves, we know the all. And when we know the all, we see everything clearly. We don't have to examine different segments in order to understand the nature of things. We see the true self of all things once we come to know ourselves. When we come to know ourselves and we see clearly that we realize that there is not a single thing. These shoes I'm wearing, this microphone, that bottle of water, there is not a single thing that white people, the white race, does not use for subjugation. Not food, not bad health, not the neighborhood you live in, not your laptop, not your school, not your TV, not the things you want for enjoyment, Great Adventure, Six Flags. You know, there is not a single thing. You could call out something and I'll show you how it's used as a weapon of suppression. Whatever you care to name. There's not a single thing that is not used against us to subjugate us. We got to get there, most especially the music. In fact, it's helpful for us to recognize how things in our environment, everything in our environment works against us, is used to work against us. Because once we understand that the things that we are in denial about become questionable. Because right now you tell people, man, music, you know, that's brainwash you. People say, man, it's just music. It has no effect on me. But of course, those of us who think or see clearly, you know, we understand that that's exactly what it is, brainwashing. So it is a very powerful vehicle of brainwashing. So again, the point is that once we understand everything is used against us, then that means we would examine those things that we like. You know, the foods we like, the music we listen to, and so on. Now, final thing, very, very important. Spit and shoelace, boogers, grass, whatever, a shrub, it makes no difference. Just as everything in this society, in fact in this world, is used to subjugate and exploit, every single thing can be weaponized for liberation. I do not care what it is. Your hat, your breath, what you say, what you do not say. There's not a single thing. Toilet tissue. This is very literal. It's not philosophizing abstraction. There is not a single thing that we cannot take and use for liberation. Not a single thing. So, those are the messages. Just repeating what everybody already said, what you guys already know. We must return to ourselves. We must be unified. Everything is used against us. This space right here. We're contained here. I know they're watching. There's no question. There's no question. And also, this is not the most healthy environment. It looks like it is. All kind of fertilizers here. You know, in our community. Someone was saying, I ain't got to tell you. Okay, so, we Sankofa, return ourselves, unity, everything. The packages in stores, especially food, most especially, used against us. Our taste buds are our worst weapon, or their worst weapon against us. You know, if they got that program now, we kill ourselves because it feels good. We dig it. It looks pretty. Look at pretty packaging. And besides, it's here on the shelf, so it must be all right. It's legal. You dig? You know, so we have to go through life with that understanding. Everything's used against us, and everything can be used to liberate. Not a single thing cannot help us in our struggle. Thank you for your time. I love you all. Black Power.
Before you go, tell them about ancestors, tell them about your book, tell them about all that.
Yes. Thank you very much. Again, I'll be very briefer than I was just now, right? So, I wrote a novel called Ancestors. Thank you so very much. What I did was to take all of what you say in your conversations with each other, the real stuff that is not on the news, that won't be published. You dig? The things to understand is that we know we must explore the truth, that will liberate us, and that has not been told precisely because it changes, it challenges the status quo. Our scholars, Diop, Van Sertima, Walter Rodney, I couldn't get everybody, but I took our scholars, their teachings, their research, their analysis, their suggestions for our liberations, all those things that too many of us, we won't look at if it's in a textbook. I put it into a shoot 'em up, bang, bang novel. You dig? Blood and violence, that kind of stuff, sex, all things that, interesting, entertaining. But again, all that is just smoke and mirrors for helping to lift the veil from my eyes. Again, whatever truths are here, I had just wrote them. They're not so much my own as they are ours. And you will find yourself in this book, I guarantee you. And it's the most dangerous book alive because it's just uncut. It's uncut. Lastly, 16. Lastly, I do not care what your health is, how old you are, kind of your bones hurt, what kind of chronic disease you think you have, how your weight is. It is possible for you to be restored to your greatest self, the magnificence inside you. I can help assist you to do that. That's part of the vehicle of liberation that I've been entrusted to give to us. Yoga is a vehicle that comes from our ancestry. One thing that bothers me, I used to teach out in Buckhead, all these yuppie affluent white folks, the heirs of the plantation, you dig? And they do yoga very superficially. For them, it's just a physical exercise. But unfortunately, yoga is such a powerful vehicle. You would do it superficially, but even do it badly and still get good results. My point is that they, like white people throughout this country, have taken that part of our heritage as their own. So we see yoga, we think of yoga, we think, oh, that's some white thing. That's something for skinny white women, The reality is that in a very straight line, there's no question at all about this. You can trace the historical progression of yoga from ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. The postures are right there in hieroglyphs, stone, that predate the appearance of yoga in the Indus Valley a few thousand years later. Also, the so-called philosophy, the science of yoga, are enunciated in the so-called Memphite theology and the Theban theology. In the spiritual conceptions of our ancestors, yoga, the views of yoga are right there, the science of yoga is right there. And I have to say also that even though we talk about yoga, part of our heritage.
All right, Natalie, that means you as well. Come on. Anu. But this is we have all put in a lot of time and effort. A lot of people. This is from Cmxd last year. This year, AJ, come on up. Definitely instrumental in this movement. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't stop. Now, the next day that we are doing is going to be June 6th. That's Ancestors Day, 6/6. That's Ancestors Day. I want everybody to connect with me on Facebook, T Ford, T-E-E Ford. For get further info, if you're on Twitter, at Palmetto_star. I know Nikki doesn't have Twitter. I remember that. But if you do have Twitter, at Palmetto_star. The next day that we are going to be organizing is June 6th. June 6th. So this is the Cmxd family. You know what I'm saying? All my people up here. I'm so glad that June 6th, that's still to be announced, the location. But I'm thinking it's going to be in a park. It's going to be in a park, but the location will be to be announced. You know what I'm saying? Big time shout out to DJ Nervex doing the thing. Everybody go around the applause. Doing major things out here. I'm so glad that it came out. You know what I'm saying? The police scared off some people. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to celebrate Malcolm X by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. So yeah, so in a few minutes we're going to announce the winner of the 50-50 raffle. If you guys please donate, because we are making it happen. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to tell everybody that we are not asking permission to claim a day for our progressive leaders. We're here for Malcolm X by any means necessary. Yes, yes, yes.